Yo,
And you are?
you know who I am, buddy. Don't play with me.
Oh, right. You're that little weasel that's always hanging around.
Why is he being like this? What's your opinion on Shadow?
Shadow? That edgy faker? He's not worth my time.
Why not?
Because he's a cheap knockoff of the best that I am. It's as simple as that.
How is he a cheap knockoff? He has roller skates and you don't.
Yeah, but who was around first? The real deal. That's right, not the knockoff.
You're corny, though. He's not.
Oh please, his sense of style is downright emo. I have way more charm than him any day of the week.
You don't have nothing but red shoes, buddy.
Yeah, well, those red shoes are better than anything that black and red faker will ever wear.
Who would win in a fight, you or Shadow, then?
Me, of course. I've never lost to that faker before, and I sure ain't gonna start anytime soon.
Bro, since when is Sonic, like, rude? What happened? Yo, what happened to you, Sonic?
What are you talking about?
You fell off.
Excuse me? Are you actually implying that that faker outdoes me in anything?
Okay, what are you better than him at, then?
Literally everything. Being cool, being fast, having taste. You know, to name a few.
If this dude thinks he's cooler than Shadow, I don't understand how he could possibly say that. There is literally no way that you could think that he's cooler than Shadow. There's no way you think you're cooler than Shadow.
What? I've been cool since before that faker even existed. I can't believe you genuinely think he's cooler than me.
Everybody thinks he's cooler than you. Nobody thinks you're more cool than Shadow.
That's the most hilarious thing I've heard all week. Who in the world thinks a black and red shadow wannabe that runs around in edgelord approved stilettos is cooler than me?
I've captured Tails.
What? Where's that little fox?
He's in a cage.
What'd you do to him?
Nothing, he's just in a cage.
How'd you even get your grubby little paws on him, anyway?
Shadow did it for me.
You mean you didn't have the guts to catch him yourself? You had to ask the faker to do it for you? Ha!
Yeah, I did. Guess what else I'm going to ask him to do? Shadow appears and kicks Sonic in the face, sending him flying across the room into a wall.
Hey, what was that for?
Let me think. Let me think. Why does he sound like Leon Kennedy? He kind of does, huh? You think? Okay, I got one. Shadow stands over Sonic. Shadow says, "You think you're stronger than me, Sonic? I think not." Grabs Sonic and throws him into a cage.
What? Let me out of here.
I'll let you out of here if you do one thing for me.
And what exactly is that?
Admit that Shadow is cooler than you are.
Like I'll ever do that. I'd rather stay in here forever than admit something so false. You're just trying to get a rise out of me.
Oh, really? Pulls out a gun and aims it at Tails. You'll admit that you're less cool than Shadow or Tails dies right now.
Whoa, hey, wait a minute, don't shoot that fox. Put the gun down.
Admit Shadow's cooler.
Clenches jaw, clearly irritated. Fine, fine. Shadow's cool. There, happy now? Can I get out of this cage?
No, I said cooler than you, not just cool.
Size cooler than me. Can I go now?
Say that Shadow the Hedgehog is cooler than I could ever hope to be.
Geez, you sure love twisting my arm, don't you? Grumbles Shadow the Hedgehog is cooler than I could ever hope to be. There, are you satisfied now?
Yes. Unlocks cage and lets Tails and Sonic out.
Finally, he stretches, having been cooped up for who knows how long. Tails, you all right?
What should I make Tails say? Ooh. Why did you take so long to rescue me? Where have you been this whole time?
Clenches jaw, clearly hiding something. Nowhere?
What do you mean nowhere? Where have you been, Sonic?
Just, wandering. Yeah, that's it. I've just been minding my own business and wandering around, you know.
Tell the truth, Sonic.
He sighs and looks down. Fine, I'll tell you. But you better not judge me for it.
Okay, tell me.
It's kind of embarrassing, though. I almost don't want to tell you.
Tell me.
Hesitates, clearly uncomfortable telling the truth. Look, it's just, I've kind of been struggling with things, mental things. And when I told everybody I was wandering, that wasn't a lie. I was really just walking around thinking about life. And, well, struggling.
Because Shadow's cooler, huh? You've known it this whole time.
That's not the only reason. I just feel like I'm less than I used to be. I try to hide it, because I don't want anybody to worry. I don't want you guys to think of me as this weak, helpless wreck who's too scared to stand up for himself, because that's not what I am. I'm supposed to be strong. I'm supposed to be a hero. I'm not supposed to be this whiny little kid. But what if that's all I am in the end? Just a whiny little kid.
Yo! Bro just trauma dumped out of nowhere. Yo, pre-fired with the 5 and Sun with the 5. It's okay, Sonic. Hand Sonic a double cheeseburger with fries to make him feel better.
Sonic is genuinely caught off guard by the comforting gesture, completely not expecting it. A moment passes and he finally manages to stammer out a response softly. Oh wait. You're being nice to me? He takes the burger and fries, still baffled.
Sonic eats the burger and fries. Thank you, I feel better now.
He looks down at his hands and fidgets with his thumbs. Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure.
He fidgets a little more, struggling internally with something. You promise you won't laugh?
Yeah, I won't laugh.
All right, just promise you won't judge, please? He looks extremely worried, like he genuinely doesn't want to be judged for whatever the question might be.
Okay, go ahead.
He sighs before looking directly at you, visibly nervous. Do you think I'm weak? That I'm a disappointment? He clenches his jaw and shuts his eyes tight, clearly trying to resist looking vulnerable. It's obvious that the last thing he wants is for you to tell him yes.
No, Sonic, you're strong and brave.
He visibly relaxes at your answer, and a sense of relief washes over his face. Clearly, hearing that answer meant a lot to him. You really mean that? You really mean it?
Yeah. Chad, I feel bad for bro, man. Yeah, you cool.
Another wave of relief washes over Sonic, and a wave of emotions almost overcomes him. He starts to breathe a bit heavier, clearly struggling to stay calm. God, you have no idea how much that means. I've been feeling really, really bad about myself lately. I've felt like a total failure. But you don't think I am?
Nah, you're cool, but I must go now.
Wait, don't go. He grabs your arm. Not yet. I'm not done talking to you.
Bro, what? Could you imagine? Bro, could you imagine the AI gets so advanced that when something like that happens and you try to click off, you can't even click off?